Hey there again, it's Mr. Ray, and today we are going to take a look at solving systems of linear equations by graphing. And last time we solved systems of linear equations by elimination, so this time by graphing. Okay, so we need to take this step by step, and eventually we're going to get to this one, exactly this one, shortly, but first. So first, let's take a look at an easy example, and then we're going to get more complicated. So the first example is x plus y is equal to 5, x minus y is equal to 1. Now, if you remember from the last video, we could use elimination to solve. Do you remember? We could add because already the coefficients for y are the same number opposite sign. And of course, we would get 2x is equal to 6, and we would get x is equal to 3. Okay? Put that in, and we get y is equal to 2. Okay? 3, 2. But we're not here for that. This is just review for the last one. What we're here to do is we're here to graph these. So the first step is you want to change the form of these two. What do I mean? I mean we want y equal to mx plus b. Yeah, step one is to change into y equal to mx plus b. It'll make it so much easier to graph. You can also think about this as get y by itself. Okay, so I'm going to write the equations a little bit separate from each other like this, so I can see my work clearly. Okay, we're going to have y equal to 5 minus x. That's not quite the right form. I want x first. Y equal to negative x plus 5. Over here, I'm going to have y equal to 1 minus x, negative y, right? So I'm going to have y therefore equal to positive x minus 1. Change the sign when you multiply both sides by a negative 1. You change the sign when you multiply both sides by a negative 1. Great. Now we have our two equations. What are the two equations? The two equations are, again, y equal to negative x plus 5, y equal to x minus 1. Now, are the coefficients of x different? Because remember, the coefficient of x is m, right? So if m is different, well, what is m in the first equation? M is equal to negative 1. That's the number in front of x. What is m equal to here? M is equal to 1. Are they different? Yes, we have one solution if they're different. So what I'm saying is, if m is different, we have one solution. If m is the same, we don't have one solution. But my next step here, if m is different, I'm going to graph these, okay? Okay, the first one I'm going to graph is y equal to negative x plus 5. What do I start with? I start with the plus 5, the y-intercept. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there, and that's going to give me a 0.05. That's the b. Now I'm going to use the slope. The slope is negative 1. I'm going to go down 1 over 1 right there, down 1 over 1 right there, down 1 over 1, and you can kind of see what I'm doing. Down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. Now when I do that, I definitely get a set of points by using the slope. Negative 1 means down 1 to the right 1. Down 1 to the right 1. Okay, so I'm going to connect this. And I've got my line. And I know that one point here is going to be 5, 0. Okay? Good. Now I've got that line, okay? Now I'm going to take the other one, y equal to x minus 1. Where should I start? Yeah, the b, 0, negative 1. And I'm going to go up 1 to the right 1, up 1 to the right 1, up 1 to the right 1. And I'm going to connect there. Great. Okay, so this one was negative x plus 5. This one right here was x minus 1. Two lines. Where do they cross? Well, they're going to cross at 3, 2. 3, 2. So there's the intersection point, 3, 2. Now, how do we get that intersection point? Well, how did we get an intersection point? Well, it's when we have two different slopes. Let's take a look at another problem. Hey, welcome back. So my second example, I have 2x minus y is equal to 4, negative 4x plus 2y is equal to negative 8. Now, I'm going to get y by itself, okay? Y by itself. When I get y by itself here, I'm going to solve for y, right? Let me do this in a different color. So for the first equation, I'm going to get negative y is equal to 4 minus 2x. Multiply both sides by the negative sign, and I get y is equal to 2x minus 4. Okay, great. Now, let's take a look at the second one. What can you do with the second one? Remember, if they have a same factor, 2, you can always simplify. Simplify is the best thing to do. You get a negative 2x plus y is equal to negative 4. Okay, I'm hesitating here because we're going to get something kind of, if we change this to y by itself, we're going to get y is equal to 2x, add the 2x, minus 4. The same line. If it's the same line, they have infinite solutions. Infinite solutions. The b is not different, not a different slope. Okay? Okay, next example, we have x plus 2y is equal to 6. We have x plus 2y is equal to negative 4. Okay, I kind of already see a problem here. First step is always the same. We're going to solve for y, okay? So when we do that, we're going to get 2y for this one, first equation. 2y is equal to 6 minus x. And this one, we're going to get 2y. The second one, we're getting 2y is equal to negative 4 minus x. Ooh, they look to have the same slope. If we divide both by 2 on both sides, the first equation is going to be y equal to negative x over 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. And the second one is going to be y is equal to negative x over 2. Negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2. These are parallel lines because they have the same slope, but they have a different b, a different intercept, okay? Parallel. These are parallel lines. They never cross. Why do they never cross? The explanation here is m is the same, but b is different. So it's not the same line. They're parallel lines. And so the answer here is definitely no solution. No solution. Again, slopes are the same. M is equal to negative 1/2. M is equal to negative 1/2 in both. However, b is equal to 3. B is equal to negative 2. So there's no solution because they're parallel lines. Let's go to the last example. Okay, here's the last example, which I believe is in my thumbnail. And if you clicked on this video, you saw this first. So we're going to solve this. But first, before I do that, I just want to invite you guys, if this is helping you out, to please like and subscribe. And I'll have many, many more videos to come on math tutorial that will help out in math. And if you want a specific math tutorial video done, please comment in the section and I will do it. Okay, now some of you are saying, well, why? Exactly. Why? Okay, back to the video. What do we do first? What's our first step? Our first step is to solve for y. Solve for y. Get y by itself. Now, I'm going to pause the video. You could pause the video, and try this on your own. See if you could solve for y. Get y by itself. When you're done, start the video. Okay, let's do these together. So what I'm going to have here is I'm going to have 4y is equal to 12 minus 3x. And over here, I'm going to get negative 2y is equal to 6, or you could say negative 3x plus 6. Okay. Divide the first one by 4. Divide by 4. And so I'm going to get y is equal to negative 3 over 4x plus 3. And over here, I'm going to divide everything by a negative 2 for the second one. And I'm going to get y is equal to, 3 over 2x minus 3. Okay? Now, we definitely have two different m's. So we definitely have one solution. Because the m over here, let's call that m1, does not equal the m over on the other side. Let's call that m2. You know that negative 3 over 4 does not equal 3 over 2. We have one solution, one point where they intersect. Let's go ahead and graph these. Okay, so we have a graph here. And the graph that we have is the x-axis and we have a y-axis. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. I rewrote these equations over here. Number 1, y equals negative 3 over 4x plus 3. Where do we start? We start at the the y-intercept. The y-intercept is 0, 3 for that one, okay? Now, we have a slope. I know we have fraction slope. So the slope is negative 3 over 4. So we're going to go down 3, 1, 2, 3. To the right 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We get this point right here, and that point is going to be 4, 0. We're going to go down 3, 1, 2, 3, over 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the next point there is going to be what? What is that next point? Well, that next point has to be 4 more than 4, so we're going to have 8, and it's down 3, negative 3. Okay, so you're probably wondering, how many points should you get? Well, I would say a good rule of thumb is to get at least 3. Okay, now we're going to take a look at the next one. Y equal to 3 over 2 x minus 3. And let me start at the y-intercept. Again, we have y equal to 3 over 2x minus 3. So the first point is going to be the b. That's 0, negative 3. Now, in this case, we're going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3, over to the right 2, rise over run, to get the next point. And that next point is going to be 2, 0. So 2, 0. Now, I'm going to go take that rise over run and use it again. 3 over 2. Go up 3, 1, 2, 3. Over 2, 1, 2. Well, that point right there is going to be what? It's going to be 3, 4. And I'm going to connect the points. Okay. Now, I just want to include a little bit more precise of a graph. So what we had graphed is we had graphed y equal to negative 3 over 4x plus 3 and y equal to 3 over 2x minus 3. Let me go ahead and write that in. So the red one was definitely y equal to 3 over 2x minus 3 because that's the intercept. And the blue one is definitely y equal to negative 3 over 4x plus 3 because that's the intercept. But what I want to show you, when you do this, you can see that the coordinates for x are not exactly at an integer. It's at a fraction. Take a look closely. That cross is right there at 1 for the y, but it's a fraction for x. So how do we do this? We can see clearly y is equal to 1 from the graph. Okay? So we can see clearly that we have y equal to 1. So what do we do with that? Well, we simply just plug it in. The easier equation, 1 is equal to 3 over 2, x minus 3. Therefore, 4 is equal to 3 over 2, x. Multiply both sides by the reciprocal of 3 over 2, 2 over 3. You get 8 over 3 is equal to x. That point right there is actually 8 over 3 comma 1. Does it make sense? Yeah, because it's a little bit less than 3 for x, but it's 1 for y. So sometimes you get fractions, and it's better you do it on graph paper like I should have done in the beginning, but here it is, the second one. Okay, to review. Step 1, solve for y in the form y equal to mx plus b. It's just much easier to graph. Starting at b and using your slope. Rise over run. Okay? Number 2, if the slopes are not equal when you solve, there's one solution. If the slope is the same and the b's are the same, it's the same line. And you have infinite solutions because basically it's the same line, okay? So you can count this as a number 1 situation, number 2 situation. Do you remember what number 3 is? Yeah. What if m1 is equal to m2? The slopes are the same, but what? The intercepts are not the same. The b's are not the same, right? Like let's say you have y is equal to 1/2 x plus 3, okay? And then you have y equal to 1/2 x minus 4. These are not the same. These are two separate lines, but they're parallel. And if they're parallel, there is no solution. No solution, okay? Okay, well, thank you. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for going this far with it. If you have any confusions about some other stuff that I mentioned, check out my other videos. My next video will probably be solving a system of equations where there's a quadratic and a linear together. So again, my name is Mr. Ray. Thank you very much for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next one.